Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? What's going on, all you awesome people? I see Crypto Bidell in there dropping the FA, because you're fucking awesome, man. I'm just saying, So, got some, hey, what's going on? Crypto Dave dropping the FA also. Yo. And he's got that, looks like the Ethereum Classic logo back there for himself. That is awesome. Love it, love it. So, hey, what's going on, Kyle Rosa? What's up, everybody? All them happy people. Don't forget to smash that lizardy like button as you're sliding up in here. Yo. Man, I'm loving this new big ass screen. That's like, I've got this screen that like I can read from like almost across the room now. It is, the high def is awesome, but it does tax my 1080 Ti just a little bit, trying to push the resolution on there. Little interesting. I'm probably going to have to upgrade my graphics card finally, since I want to have a 2K monitor, unless this is my only monitor, and then it seems to alleviate some of the load, but I got three monitors rolling. 1080 Ti doesn't like the 1440p monitor. So, like I said, I was going to give you guys like real-world updates on my monitor decision. And of course, the new keyboard the wifey got me was just like a new, same keyboard I've already been using. So it's like it just has that nice new crisp feel. But if any of you guys were watching the stream last night on DCA Adventure, guys, right towards the end, basically my stream shut down, and it was like looking like OBS was having an issue connecting out. It seemed like that was the issue, because I went into Discord, and we all, a few of us were sitting there after the live stream. We're sitting in Discord, chit chat and all that good stuff. What I ended up finding out, it's really funny. That fan is the whole reason that my whole farm actually shut down last night. Could not believe it. And you know what? And I bet you if I go back to that overhead, I don't think I have my microphone for that set up. I'm almost positive that it's not set up, because usually I have my little wireless mic for that. I forgot to put it in. My bad, guys. Sorry, guys. Hold on here. Let me see if I can rectify that really quickly here. Hold on 1 second. I gotta turn this on. I totally forgot to put this on if I'm gonna do my overhead camera. Just how I have that set now. So I don't have to lug around my microphone that I finally got a boom arm for, so it's off the desk. Gives me all of this. Now let me go back and test that. Make sure that my sound is good. Yes. Alright, cool. Now you guys should be able to hear me. So this stupid fan right here, this dude, basically was the whole demise of last night's stream on DCA Adventure, and it was the whole demise of the entire farm shutting down. So this, it's like, we hear you on overhead now. Yep, I had to put the my wireless mic on. I forgot to plug it in. So basically what ended up happening, and you look at it right now, and it looks like, hey, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. It spins really nice. And then I flip it over, and you realize this here is power. Power, guys. You notice that it's not plugged in. It fell off. And when it fell off, it took 12 volts out of the Molex and shorted it to the chassis of the 4U server case. And when it shorted out to the chassis of the 4U server case, it basically backfed the only thing I can think of is it backfed the Ethernet with a little bit of voltage, and it actually turned off it like glitched out my 20-port network switch that's in the mining room, and basically shut the whole farm down from mining. And right around then is probably right when my connection was for internet last night actually messed up. I think is right when this started shorting out and backfeeding my switch, my network switch in the mining room, backfed to the router, and the router was like giving me connection errors trying to connect out. Only thing I could think of that was the issue. Yeah, and I didn't catch it until a little bit later on that night. I went to go check on my farm before I went to bed and noticed that everything was off that was in the room. I have my 3080 rig right behind me here, and that was still running. I was like, oh. So I'm like messing around. Eventually, I like reset all the miners, including the ASICs, and nothing came back. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I unplugged the network switch and plugged it back in. Instantly, everything started waking back up. I'm like, okay, what's the culprit? And I realized at that point, my 1070 rig wasn't turning back on. So, investigation, pull it apart, opened it up, and was looking at how it was operating, see if I can get it into BIOS without going into Hive. And I was watching two of the cards just like intermittently, like the lights on the gigabytes, the Gamer X's, they started like flashing instead of like just staying on, and you see them like kind of like go and color shift into different colors. They were like flashing on and off, like they were like rebooting, and the rig wouldn't go into BIOS at all. So I'm like hunting around. Finally, I pulled this fan out of my way, and I realized at that point, I didn't even notice it at first, because like you pull it up and I just saw the black wire on there. I'm not thinking nothing of it. All of these wires are underneath the graphics card, so I see the one wire, and I put this on top of the GPUs, and I plug in my monitor into GPU number 1, turn it on, and I realized this fan wasn't on. I'm like, oh, great, I gotta pull it apart to unplug this and replace the fan. As I'm sitting there like kind of messing around with it, I look at it again. I'm like, man, it only looks like there's one wire here. I'm like, how does this work? I'm like looking at the other fan, and you can see a red and a black, and I'm like, where's the red at? I pulled this up out of the way and was holding it. I turned the rig back on. Rig goes instantaneously into BIOS. I'm like, wow. So I replaced, I was like, I got a few of these fans on spare, so just in case something ever happens, I can replace it. But yeah, I want to do a video. It looks like there's like a little clip back here. I should be able to pull it out and drop the front fan blade off of here. And I'm going to see if I can solder this back on, because the bearing side and the magnet side feels good. So I think the solder joint just failed on this. And there's like a pinch of corrosion on there, so I'll probably end up stripping this back and see if I can resolder this back on. I bet you there's nothing wrong with this fan. Absolutely nothing. I mean, it still spins. Usually when I have a dead fan, that sucker doesn't move no more. Usually a dead fan happens when the primary coil basically breaks and comes in contact with the secondary coil, and then it stops the whole spinning action. So I bet you I could pull this apart and fix this and get this thing back and rolling, because this is actually a 250 CFM fan that I'd like to keep. This is actually a really good one. And I like the idea that it actually plugs into Molex, so I don't even have to worry about it, you know. It works good on the with the power supplies that I've got for my mother for the server case itself. It's like a 2,000 watt Bitcoin mining power supply from China. Fucking great little find I got right before the whole mining boom. And then last night I was going to show you guys this thing. This is the grid seed, the five chip grid seed. So it mines Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's got an early day ASIC chips in there. It's got 5 ASIC chips for Bitcoin. So this one gets like 6.5 gigahash on Bitcoin and 1 megahash on Litecoin. But the power supply decided to let its capacitor juice out and then like turn this whole thing off. This thing is actually pretty cool. When I get the new power supply, I'm gonna do a full video on this one. It's not like the world's like, oh my god, go out and get this thing. This isn't like your most profitable thing in the planet. Just kind of cool concept. 65 watts, give or take. And yeah, I mean, it's like 6.5 gigahash on Bitcoin for 65 watts. And you get 1 megahash of Litecoin. On Litecoin, that also gets put to Dogecoin because, you know, the dual mining stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I'll do a breakdown video of me pulling everything apart on this so that you guys kind of get an understanding of what this is and what it can do. But I've got to wait for the power supplies. This way I can show performance and everything too. And I'll even show how this isn't not a very straightforward device to use. And whenever I get the power supply and I'm doing a video on this, I will do a show and tell. What's going on, high speed? What up, what up? Kyle Rosa with the desk is way cleaner than mine. Nice Panda. Got to get those Panda hands. I can do the Panda. I can do it. It's not hard. It's like, boom, we're good to go. Bam. And then if you guys ever really noticed a pin over here, I got y'all. You guys all looked at it, and you're looking at it right now because I'm pointing at it. Gotcha. Oh, that's good. High speed. I'm glad that you are okay. I hate to see anybody have any kind of issues with the human malware virus. So yeah, hope that everything went good with that. You bounced back. You got your tastes back and all that good stuff. So, but let's get up onto some of this little bit of news before I get into opening boxes. Let's see. I think I could do it this way. Bam. Oh wow. I haven't messed with this in a little bit. Let me do that. Yeah. There we go. Bam. So we have confirmation of the 3080 12 gigabyte that it's going to be coming out here. Probably because of the fact that they've got a TI variant. The TI variants are usually your bin chips. So there's going to be ones that don't pass inspection like the 3080 Ti did. I expect this to be an LHR card, just to be honest with that. So don't sit there and think, hey, this is going to be, we're free to go. I expect this to be an LHR card. I think this is the 3080 Ti that didn't pass to become a Ti, and the 3080 10 gigabyte is now end of life. I believe that, I mean, if my thoughts on that are correct, that would make the most sense. that because they came out with the TI, you might as well make the new 3080s the same as the TI, because that's usually how it was. I mean, up until the 1080, the 1080 non-TI was like, what, 8 gigabyte, and then the TI variant was 11 gigabyte. And then you had the 1070 and the 1070 Ti. They were basically the same card, just one would hit the performance level better than the other. So I think that's what we're looking at on here. My curiosity is more on the 3090 Ti. Is the 3090 Ti going to be a LHR card, or do they just expect that if you've got the money for buying a 3090 Ti, that you can do whatever the fuck you want with your card? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. If you spend money, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with it, modify it any which way you want, because it's now your device to do as you please. But that's my thoughts up on that one. Mikhail's like, when desk match? Whenever Doge Lord finally gets the stickers that I've requested a couple of times. I need those stickers for my snowmobile. So when sticker designs finished, Mikhail? I'm just saying. Mikhail's like, nah. Oh, it's too funny. Well, that's good, high speed. Hopefully you get your voice back here soon. Never with that attitude. Man, then I'm never gonna get a desk mat. Damn it. I mean, I have these like cool stickers to represent here. I got these cool stickers from some guy I know. Some rando gave me these stickers whenever I got sent this mouse. I got these stickers here, but I can't get a desk pad now. And you can see, like, this desk is old. We've had this desk for years. It's so worn out. You can see that I used to use this with no mouse pad on here. It worked great until the coloring started like getting wore away, and then it stopped working, and I had to get a little pad for it. But now my pad is like so sad because it's old. It's really old. Not doing it now. It's like I can go like this, and I can really like showcase how bad this mouse pad is. Does this trigger you, Mikhail? Does this trigger you? It looks like a mouse ate it. It actually like over time it like disintegrates. It'll get smaller. The pad is so sad. Oh my god, it is super sad, dude. Oh, too funny. Oh. It's funny. But like I was saying over here, though, like I said, I think the 3080 non-TI is the TI, so I think it's going to be the LHR variant, like I was saying, and it's end of life on the 3080. Yeah. Anonymous. Dude, how do I have a brand new DCA Adventure pad And you have that rag. Oh, yeah. Take it out back and shoot him. Oh, God, yeah. Like, I can take it to the shooting range. Don't let me shoot it. I can even record me shooting it at the shooting range. It's like I have your address. Do I need to send you a pad? You might have to, because like I constantly like I think about getting a desk pad, you know, like a nice long one, because I got a lot of desk real estate now. And then I look at one of these boxes, and then one of these boxes shows up at my house, and I'm like, damn it! Every time it keeps on doing that. I'm like, I need to get a new pad, and a box shows up, and I'm like, damn it, I'm not getting one today. Damn it. Friends don't let friends use pads like that. All pad lives matter. I'll go in with you. Oh, guys, that's awesome. It's like, I wonder how much real estate I can utilize now. I got my... I wonder how big of a mat I can do now. Hey, I can do a 32-inch, a 35-inch. I've got 36 inches by a foot. So I can do a foot wide by 36 inches. That's the first time I've actually measured off my desk without my printer over here and this bigger monitor, which allowed me to shove my right monitor all the way over to the right. Now it's like, oh, really opened up this whole area. It's like you already did save me money on coffee this month. Nice. Don't delay, brew today, dogelord.com. Unofficial sponsor. You guys all rock. You all rock. But yeah, it's like I also wonder if this 3090 Ti is gonna be an LHR card. So I'd like to get one of the 3090 Ti's. I think that would be interesting. Yes, Anonymous. Yep, it's the boxes of the POs. Yes. But yeah, it's like I'd like to get a 3090 Ti. I know that's going to be like over $3,000. I can already smell it. I can smell it. I know it's going to hurt to try to get one of these. And I'm really guessing that this is going to be an LHR card. If it's not, I'm going to luck out whenever I buy one. But I do plan on getting one of them. I think it'll be interesting. If it's non-LHR, I might try to get a rig of them. A full 6 to 8 card rig. Not sure, but it'll happen. If they're not LHR. If they're LHR, I'll probably go with the one and that might end up in my main PC if it's an LHR card. And then, of course, Inno3D has confirmed the 3050. So here is a look at that. So I believe, I don't even know what the specs are on this. And here we go. Here's the specs on it. The 3050. Okay, so it is 8 gigabyte. I was thinking it was 8 gigabyte. I didn't want to say it until I saw it. So 8 gigabyte. 20 RT cores, 80 tensor cores, 2056 CUDA cores. So I mean, it's a little bit higher than the 6500 XT, but that's how NVIDIA has always been. Their core count has always just been a domination. The ray tracing cores, I could really care less because, you know, especially when it comes down to mining. Because, like, if you're gaming, these are all these are 1080p graphics cards. That's all they are. It's nothing special. So if you've already got a GPU that's already pushing 1080p, you're not getting any performance. You're just getting, new hardware. But if you're looking for the mining side of it, you know, these are going to be low power consumption, so very low heat production on there. So if you're worried about heat in your, your mining area, let's say you're mining in a garage or a shed, and you don't have great ventilation in there, but right now, you're in winter time, so it's not so much of an issue. But maybe later on, come summertime, it's going to be hotter than all get out, so you're going to want to have the least heat producing devices in that area. So your 6500s, your 6600s, the 3050 and the 3060s are going to be low heat productions. It's like even though they've got a high, your 3050 is a 130 watt target, 6500 XT is 107 watt, and the 3060 is 170 watts. But your 3060 is running around 100 watts. Your 3050 is probably going to be rated at that 75-80 watt range at the most. And then your 6500 XTs, you're going to be in the 40 watt range mining. So for every 1 watt you're producing, you're utilizing, you're producing 3.41 BTUs of heat. So it's a lot, it's like with the amount of heat generation off of it, it's not too bad. You're wanting core density, you're going to step up into the higher tier cards for that. Oh, dude, Anonymous, dude. You rock. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this community. Server box of 3090 Ti's. Dude, I would so do it. If I was going to do a complete mining rig of 3090s, I might even go after one of the Octominer boxes. Just to support that. To me, at that point, you got high enough equipment that would warrant the better made stuff that's higher end also. This way I know it'll breathe properly. Dude, you know what? Just for that one, you're now one of the moderators, bro. You're awesome, dude. You are awesome. Hey, what's going on, Rob? If you listen to my microphone right now, my mining room is open right now. So I mean, like and each one of my server cases has 6 Delta fans in each one. And then I've got an S9 that's got 2 Deltas on there. I've got 3 E3 amp miners on Ethereum Classic. Those have got 2 Deltas on them apiece. What the hell does that mean? All right, I'm gonna, before I allow that on there, I can tell that looks like German, maybe. I could be really wrong on that one. Really, dude? Norwegian. I was way off on that one. I think I hope Google Translate didn't translate this wrong. It says it's like, I want to see your pee. What? I hope that translated really bad. I hope that's supposed to say I want to see your rig. That's what Google. Okay, so Google translated it really bad. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. So he wants to see the rigs. My camera is not set up for that. I have another camera that I can do rig views, but I'm not set for that yet. So maybe by next stream, I might have a camera set up on the rigs. How's that? I mean, I got one of them right behind me right here. I've got 4 3080s right behind me. All right, so back to what I was saying now that I'm no longer derailed. Cool stick. Yeah, yeah. By next stream, I'll have one. It's like you're not the only one that actually asked for like rig view. So all I got to do is just get all the wiring set up for it and mount a camera in there. Set up a tripod for it, or however I'm gonna mount it. I got to figure out mounting. But after that, yeah, I could definitely do rig views. Because like I've been wanting to have like a dedicated camera in there, so if I'm like working in there, I can sit there and just hit play on, go live and then go work in the mine for a little while. Because one of the projects I need to do is hook up a watt meter for my 220. And if you're out in Norway, I know you guys have 220 out there that you guys get to play with. So I could sit there and show you setting up a kilowatt meter and all that good stuff. But yeah. But I'm gonna be really interested in this 3050 also. I'll probably end up getting at least one of them, see how they are. I know they're gonna be low wattage. You can see how small this card is. It's like, hey, I'm a little card. I bet you they're all gonna come with single fans. There's no necessity for 2 fans. Hey, thanks, Stig. Thank you, thank you. You are awesome. All right, here. So, yeah, I'm pretty interested in getting all this together and checking out this card whenever it does get launched out of there. It's always funny to me that they set up the ability for more memory rails in there. But in order for them to fully utilize all of that, they would have to change out the memory controller to one that's got a higher bus rate on there. Because I believe, yeah, 128-bit bus is not a lot. It's better than the 6500 XT, but it's still, like, not a lot. The 92-bit bus width, I would prefer to see on these cards, which is going to tell me that the data throughput speed between the 6500 XT and the 3050 non-TI is going to be a little lackluster. I think it'll be a better performance on the 3050 over the 6500, but if this is an LHR card, it's not going to be that good. Then it's going to be okay. Your 6500 XT is probably going to be able to find it better, and you will be able to, deploy more of these at a more affordable rate because they're going to be less desirable of a card, but will perform better than the 3050 if it's an LHR card. So only time will tell on that one. And then Ryzen is coming out with the Zen 4 architecture Raphael has been spotted. We are talking about basically the 7000 series, guys. And it's also rumored that this is going to be on a new socket too. So at some point in time, we all knew that AMD was going to sideline the socket that they were currently using. We had already seen them sideline the Threadripper socket for the third gen Threadrippers are on a new socket. So the old Gen 1 and Gen 2 are on the original AM4. And since they switched over to the new AM4 architecture styling on the pin sit layout, they basically killed the old one within 2 generations. But for the regular consumer line, they actually kept that socket for like about 5 generations of CPUs. So AMD stayed true to what they were saying, that they were going to try to repurpose the same socket. This way you were able to upgrade your CPU and not have to get a new motherboard every 2 generations like Intel pushes. But Intel never said that they were going to repurpose every motherboard to be forward compatible. And I understand that one a lot. So it's very interesting to see that AMD is finally coming up with a new family architecture. I wonder how it's going to mine, really. Of course, that's going to be my viewpoint on it. Is how much are the motherboards going to cost over how much is the CPU going to cost? Hey, what's up, Golden Wolf? Saying hi and then going back to crawling around in the attic. You can put me on your phone and then stick that into the back pocket, and then you get to hear me while you're working around for a little while. I'm just saying. Good luck, Golden Wolf from Kylo Rosa. So I'm really interested in how the new Zen 4 architecture is going to mine Monero or whatever profitable CPU mineable coin is. I tend to just keep everything on Monero. It's my go-to for CPU mining. So, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to be that bad. I believe these are going to be 5 gigabyte all core, which that one I'm going to be really interested in. They're trying to basically punch back at Intel with their 5 gigahertz across all core. They need to be able to basically compete with Intel, otherwise they're going to get pushed to the sideline once again. Right after they finally got some kind of market dominance for the CPU market. It's just that, you know, that more because Intel's got a bigger market share. More companies work with them, optimize stuff with them a little bit more than they do AMD, but, you know, root for the underdog, as I always say. So I will definitely be trying to get my hands on a motherboard and at least one of the CPUs and do some testing out on that. Maybe even make it a like a stream box too, where I can have a secondary PC here and actually just have everything streaming, and I can play games on my main PC and I don't have to take the performance hit for streaming whenever I've got another computer that's doing all the encoding and sending out for me. That's kind of what my idea is on this. So we'll have to see how that works. I've never set up a stream box before, so it'll be really interesting. I kind of want to do it and go from there. And then for anybody like myself who was also looking forward to the Intel Arc GPU, last year they were talking about, hey, it's coming out Q1 2022. They've updated their website since then. Now it's just saying it's coming sometime this year. And to me, you know, some people will be like, and give them a hard time. The way that I look at it, they haven't made a discrete GPU in a couple of decades, but they've had good GPU architecture built into their CPUs with the onboard graphics. Their onboard graphics have been getting better and better and better. Their drivers are really good. So obviously they probably found a big bug in there, and they're having to figure out what the fix is moving forward. I don't think that they're going to scrap the idea of bringing a GPU to the market, but I think that they want to make sure that they bring a GPU to market that has no issues. And if that's the case, I commemorate them over making a decision to go, hey, let's not just dump a product out there and see how it works. No, make sure if you're trying to break back into a market and you're not bringing a flagship GPU out there that can compete with the top dogs, your product better come getting launched with no issues. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, Rob. I can't wait to build an Intel Alchemist mining rig. Dude, that would be amazing to do. But I want to see, you know, them come out with a good product. So hopefully, them delaying this, and it's not something that you haven't ever seen any companies do, you know, delaying product launches. I would rather see them delay a product launch than launch a product that pisses off everybody. That's a way to be able to kill yourself in a market you're trying to break back into. So, you know, just kind of wait and play on that one. I just think that they've got a few bugs that they're fixing really quickly. Hopefully they get it out before the end of the year. But, you know, for something for a market they haven't been in a while, I'm cool with the idea that they are delaying the launch on that. We see this with games. I mean, how many times did Cyberpunk 2077, that got delayed a whole bunch of times, and then they gave in to the users and still launched the game, even though I guarantee you the developers were like, dude, we still have a few issues. And the CEOs were like, no, just launch it, we'll fix it as it goes. and they ended up pissing off a lot of people, and they lost money on some of it. Not 100%, that they didn't make any money on the game itself during the initial product launch, but the fact that like on for the Xbox and PlayStation side, they were giving refunds back because the game was unplayable. That to me was something that they should have tested out on. They probably knew it was going to be an issue, but they were, somebody forced them to launch it. So they pissed off a lot of people in the process. But when it comes down to hardware and stuff like that, if they have, under intense workloads, we have devices catching fire, like the RTX 2080, I think it was the Ti, and those ones were catching fire on the early day ones because somebody didn't test it, or they were like, oh, it's a rare thing, it won't happen that often, and they had a whole slew of issues, and they were like, well, we sold out the product, and they made profit even though they had to warranty stuff out, and if there was other components that got damaged in the process, they would have to have reimbursed the consumer for any subsequent hardware damage that their GPU caused during the point of when it was short-circuiting while it was overheating. So depending on how stuff burnt up. So yeah, I would rather see, like I said, Intel kind of doing things the right way. But without any further ado, do you guys want to see what's in the box? See what's in here? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Undecided? You guys want to see what's in this awesome box here? Or do you want to see the one that's in this awesome box here? I need a bunch of FAs in the chat if you guys want me to open up boxes. I'm just saying. Gotta have those FAs. Gotta. FAs in the chat. Not ones. Why are we pressing one? We need FAs. We need a sea of FAs in this Chizzity chat. What's going on, Clucker? Oh, we got a whole sea of them, because all you motherfuckers are rated F for fucking awesome. Huh. All right. Ooh, wrong button again. All right. Everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants to see it. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I love this knife. This knife is like about almost 50 years old. I don't know if you guys can handle the sexiness that's inside this box. Can you guys handle the sexiness in this box? I don't know if you can. This might be too much sexiness. We might need to have a proof of pants afterwards. I mean, I've got my proof of pants is right here. See, pants, they're on. I have proof. But can you guys handle it? I don't know if you guys can. Oh, it's so sexy. Oh, it's bubble wrap. See, it's just bubble wrap. Oh. 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 Brand new. 3060 Ti. Founders Edition. Yo. Ready for it? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, so sexy. So sexy. Let me do the panda flick. Panda flick. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, and yes, and yes, and more yeses. Oh, yeah. And it's got the pass-through cooler on this. Oh, so much sexiness. It's got that goofy like 12-pin on here. And it needs to have this on here. You need this. It will not run without this. You cannot put the, put it the right way. You cannot put the standard VGA cable on here in any way, shape, or form. Here's your VGA cable, and here's the other side of it. So you can see that they are significantly different. And it's weird how they made this thing plug. I mean, I know the PCB on this is really short, but you can see how, like, right in the middle. So, I mean, like, if you're trying to make a clean rig build, you're going to want to have it where, like, it basically just folds over. So if you had it in display mode, you're going to have the cable bend back behind it. Otherwise, you know, you're basically going to be throwing it back like an afterburner, you know, on like a jet. The only thing that I was saying on with my 3080 Founders Edition is that with this pass-through design, it's basically going to toss a bit of the heat to the card that's sitting right behind it. So I'm going to play around with this one and see if I'm going to have any kind of heat issues. Otherwise, I might have to, my wife's youngest has a really, really nice 3D printer. So I might have to take like measurements of the card and make like a heat diverter behind it so that it basically, whenever it's sitting in the mining rig, it'll divert the heat this way with like a little cover so that it's not blasting the card right behind it with all of that heat coming out. That at least is the issue that I have with my my 3080 Ti. As soon as I put it in front of any card, that card would start overheating and throttling. Bad. There's no wrap to take off of this like the AIB partners. And it's really kind of funny, like the coloring on these too are different between all the FEs. So the 3080 has the 3080 FE has more of like a rose tone to it, so it's kind of got like that pinkish red highlight. And then the 3090's got more of a goldish look to it. I guess it's so that when you're, you know, at a first glance you get to tell. Without powering it up, I don't know. The 3080 has like a little bit of an LED light right here, and the G-force lights up. So I'm expecting this G-force to light up also. Sure. The wife's thinking about food. Talking about pizzas. I love pizzas. So, yeah, I'll be able to play around with that. I plan on, you know, having a full rig of the 3060 Ti's, non-LHR. I'm doing my best to not get any of the LHRs. Hey, what's going on? Red Llama Crypto. What up? So hopefully I don't have any kind of throttling performance issues on that. Otherwise, I will be doing a video of me opening this up, changing out the thermal pads and the thermal paste if that becomes an issue. So far, my 3080 FE is actually a baller. That thing consistently has been getting almost 100 mega hash with no errors, no stale shares. I'm hoping that I can do at least 62 to 64 mega hash on this for like 120 watts. That's my hope. If I get 62 to 64 at 120 watts, I'll consider this a GPU lottery winner, guys. So let me go ahead and put this back into here so that I can put this into the books. Oh yeah, and then you're going to start noticing this on a lot of your GPUs coming up here, I think, moving forward, that you're not going to see a lot of HDMI anymore. I think a lot of these GPU manufacturers are going to want to get away from this. Reason being is that they've got to pay royalties for each plug. It's not like, hey, I'm going to buy a royalty. No. It's how many times are you going to put that port on that GPU? It's how many times you're going to have to pay royalties in order to use it. Displayport is open source. So if you like decentralization and open source protocols, Displayport is your way. HDMI is proprietary. So this also works a lot better with computer monitors. So there are reasons to do it. So I think you're going to find that they're going to leave at least one HDMI on here for two purposes, I think. It's going to be one, in case you happen to have an HDMI monitor, but I think they're going to start, even on the monitors, you're going to start seeing them get away from that too, is my suspicion. I could be wrong. I don't know anything. I'm just a boob tuber. But it will also allow you to hook up your computer to your TV. TVs will natively use HDMI. And with HDMI, you don't need to be pushing the high bandwidth through it. You just need good overall high definition. And HDMI standard, no matter what it will be, it doesn't matter. Oh, you didn't know that about the HDMI? Yeah, they have to pay royalty on each time. So if there's 3 HDMI ports on there, they have to pay the royalty 3 times per card. It is insane. So it's actually better to be running all this stuff up on Displayport. My 2K monitor, this is the first time I'm actually using a Displayport. My other 2 monitors, I'm doing Displayport to HDMI because these are older standards. So eventually, like, you know, you can see this one. This one is only 60 hertz, 1080p, high definition. It's not even considered a PC monitor. This is basically, it's just basically an old standard. No biggie to me because it did what I needed to do. So I'm not mad at it in any way, shape, or form. And then there's a specific way that you actually have to put the lid down onto it, because this is at an angle here. I can stand it up and you can see it a little bit better. So you can see how it's thicker in one side than the other. And then I'll be able to put this on the rig in a minute. Woo! Box number 2. We have box number 2. Box number 2. Mail time. The mail's here. another box. Let's dig into this one. Oh, it's more bubble wrap. That's all you need to know, right? Just more bubble wrap. You don't have to worry about it. It's just bubble wrap. That's it. Oh, look at all that bubble wrap. See, it's just bubble wrap. Oh, look at that bubble wrap there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Another new one. YOLO. Brand new. I know, it's hard to find these fucking FE editions new. And you will end up paying a premium. I will guarantee you that. So, ooh, look at that. Give it another panda flick. Ooh, panda flick. Ooh, the panda flick. So, yep, that should, after I get all of these on there, I should have like pretty good amount of hash rate going on here. Especially when I build out the rest of this. I may or may not have more coming. I may or may not have a GPU addiction. Can anybody direct me to GPUs Anonymous? Because I'm sure they have GPUs to sell there. Damn it, I need more. So I'm just kind of going through opening these up, making sure all the parts are with it that are supposed to be here. Awesome. All brand spanky new in the box. Awesome. Alright. So anybody got any comments or questions? The box got a little excited there, guys. Like the box queefed. So does anybody got any comments or questions before I hop up out of here, guys? It's been that 1 hour, guys. 1 hour show. I still got to do my one setting up my my watt meter on the 220. So I'm not sure if I want to do that tomorrow or not. Depends on if I want to just be a lazy bum tomorrow and hang out with the wifey. Hells yeah, Rob. Like, nice scoring some of those FEs. Yeah. And then I wonder why I have no fiat. You know, it's like, it's hard to buy the dips of Bitcoin when you're sitting here trying to get your hands on really expensive GPUs. Especially when you can guarantee that they're non-LHR cards, guys. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So has anybody got any comments or questions before I hop up out of here, guys? Definitely smash that Lizzie like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. Yo. Oh, Crypto He's like, no, they just released HDMI 2.1. Yeah, now they've got HDMI 2.1 A standard, 2.1 C standard, D standard. The HDMI standard doesn't mean that you get all the high throughput. especially with cables. Not all cables are the same with HDMI. You got to make sure what the actual speeds are. I know Linus Tech Tips, he just purchased like a $3,000 cable tester. So stay tuned with what he's doing. I don't have any tester to be able to do what he's going to be doing, but it's going to be a great wealth of knowledge to know which HDMI cables are truly the 2.1 full like full potential, or if you're still getting HDMI 2 standard with, you know, X added to it that's 2.1, but it's really still a 2.0 standard. It's stupid. They've made it so confusing, just like they've made laptop purchases confusing, because now you don't know if you've got the high wattage one or the low power one. And yeah, they're just making the marketing really confusing to be able to buy. Oh, Crypto Anonymous, we'll be doing on DCA Adventure at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Cool Standard Time. We'll be doing a video tonight, all that mining related stuff. We'll be going over all that good stuff and having some shenanigans over there. And I'll probably have these bad boys up and running by then. So I will also be able to give a report of what they will be doing on DCA Adventure. Upside down. Oh, 8. I'm sorry. I had yesterday on the mind. Yeah, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry. Yeah, you all right, Crypto Mikel? It's so confusing that we, like, Friday night, we do it a late night, and then it's 8 p.m. after that. So definitely, guys, check out DCA Adventure, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. And I'll have these cards up and running. We'll be able to talk about them and all that good stuff. Kyle Rosa, FA, I'm running 240 for rigs also. Hang the wife and if it want a B-day. Nice. Yeah, that's the only way to run rigs, really, 240 volt. You want to have power load balance, so you get a better, more stable power, cleaner power, because you're not like loading up all onto one leg. Better to have two hot legs than one. I'm just saying. And it allows you to run more wattage and more amperage. Yeah. I will never go back to mining on 110. No. I hate running on 110. This is the last rig truly running on 110. Right behind me. Hey, what's going on? Pockets of the change. What's up? She's like, nap time. Just saying hello. Well, I was just about ready to hop up out of here anyway. Thanks for saying hi and smashing that lizardy like button. YOLO. So, anybody else got any other comments or questions? Otherwise, I will be seeing you all on DCA Adventure, guys. Same to you, Anonymous. Hope you have a good weekend, too, if I don't see you later on tonight or tomorrow. All right, so it doesn't look like anybody's got any other comments or questions out there, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up here, get these bad boys up and hashing where they belong, in the mine. And I will see you all on the next one, guys. Yo. Smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you'd like to get behind the scenes chit-chat with me personally, Discord link's down below. It's free. You can join there. Yo. Check it out. Be there or be square. Yep, Red Llama. She's going to take herself a little nappy nap before she does her live streams with the chumps of the changes. Yo. It's also another good channel if anybody hasn't checked it out. Chump Change. Good stuff. Yep. Thank you, Red Llama. And definitely see you all on the next one. Peace.